have quality issues. We've got, this is another dyad meeting. The connection's very bad. We've got the future platform up here, and we've got YouTube. I'm going to share this to my thread real quick. Okay, now, if you want to call me, you can call me. Anyone can call me in the daily thread. Now, if I see you're commenting or anything like that, that's what the court decided. I think they wanted it like that. I think that's what they wanted. I'm not sure if that's that's really what it is. And eventually I think this will go in here. We'll move this over here. Anyway, so if you want to call me, you can call me here. I'm now starting my 6th hour on the elliptical, and I just got done with some weights. So we're on the 6th hour. I'm trying to get under I don't know, where's my other towel? Under 180, around 180 today. And unfortunately, with my setbacks, I was up a little higher than I normally am. So normally I used to not eat between 180, but we've had some setbacks. So we're trying to do this so I can have a good spread. Anyway, so I'm gonna need some encouragement. I'm probably gonna call in reinforcements. And I'm trying to be accountable, publicly. And again, this represents a dyad meeting. You guys might not know what that means. It means that there's 2 platforms converging. So anyway, I'll just, let me see if my friends are there. So let me just get this started because we don't have much time until midnight. I've got to, let's go here. I've got exercise, elliptical. Okay. And by the way, it squeaks. I gotta fix that eventually, so you're gonna have to put up with squeaks just like I've been doing for the last 5 hours. So here we go. Just a quick start. I go up all the way to the maximum. Okay. And resistance, and then I'll go and call. Let's see, is it this phone? Let's see. Yeah, there it is. It's here. Okay, here we go. So let's try to make a call here. Whoa. I shared that with Beta, I guess. Huh, interesting. I didn't know that. Here we go. So we'll call Tess, and if anyone else wants to join. Again, I'm going to add Kite Sky Concert here too. Anyone else can join this call. So if you're in this thread, it's ringing. I'm going to add Kite Sky Concert to this. Hello? Let me just do this. Oh, here we go. Okay, so those people can, I just added Kite Sky Concert to this thread. So anyone that's in this thread can join in this call. It's not exclusive, it's just some people show up and some people don't. So, how are you doing, Jess? Oh, really? So you guys, so what time is it there now in Australia? 2 o'clock in the afternoon. Wow. Okay. So yeah, this is my 6th hour on the elliptical. Can you believe it? I'll tell you what, I'm trying to get under 180. I can't believe I'm back up to 185, but that's after drinking 4 pounds of more water. So, 4 pounds of water, and I'm still not urinating after 4 pounds of water. So it just tells how much my body's needing it. And then I had 4 dates, and because I hit the wall. So I'm gonna have to get every encouragement as possible to go to the next. I don't even know, my heart's hurting bad today. It's like if your heart's a muscle, then I'm probably straining it today. But you gotta think about it. I mean, people are doing, training for marathons and stuff. And so, anyway, what's that? Who's this? Who's joining us? Hey Pamela, how are you doing? Good. It's good to have you guys joining. I think this is the new way we're going to do it going into the next year. So anybody who participates or comments on any of the platforms for that day gets added in to that thread. These threads have been being created for a long time. I don't know, were you ever a part of these threads, Pam? Okay. So, yeah, please. Yeah. And I'm sorry for being so difficult to be a friend to. I know it's going to be on my gravestone. This guy was a hard person to be a friend to. All right. So where are all the guys? That's what I want to know. Did you ever see, Pam, did you ever see the hikes that I did with Ansel? Well, okay, because, so I've got about 5,000 videos on YouTube, but I can't share them publicly because like this video will have, I would keep videos up if they had more thumbs up than thumbs down, but the trolls know my rules, so they usually are much better at, even if it's a good video, they want to make sure more thumbs down. So by the time I'm off there, I'll have like 6 thumbs down and maybe 2 thumbs up. So, yeah, that's fine. It just tells us that there's more. When people want to say, well, there's more good people than bad people, well, I can point to those statistics and prove that that's not true. So, anyway, so when the 19th, I don't know if do you know what has happened with the why and why I'm on elliptical and all that? Did you know I almost went off the road on December 24th? Pam? Right. They pulled me out with yeah. Oh, yeah. So I was up then on the 29th. I did a hike, and they're all being uploaded as we speak right now. And I got trapped up there, and I had to strip down to everything and then go in the back to try to keep warm for 2 or 3 hours because my clothes were soaked. And so I'm going to upload that and share. So those hikes and those things are only be shared to the daily threads. So that's where we can keep the trolls away. And so the rule going forward in the new year is anyone that comments and participates, they get added for that day. And then if we have discussions on something anyway, I'll be sharing playlists of the hikes. And we might have some local sponsorship soon for this Journey Out to the Spit. Did you see, you probably didn't see the one that I took a pizza out to the lighthouse, did you? Good. Yeah, so that's about a 4 or 5 hour hike. And I came back and tides were against me. It was just very interesting. And you know why I'm not able to really be at the Y now. I can, but I'm not comfortable. You know that whole episode? Well, you know, there's 3 guys. Well, no, so I took up Ansel's case. They called the police on him when a day that I wasn't there. And so I tried to investigate it. Then I was treated bad because of it. And then they asked me to leave that day. And I wasn't comfortable coming back after that. because there's 3 guys that are kind of like, they're kind of aggressively holding the fort, you know, like it's like their domain. The ladies are nice, but the guys, they're like dominating over the YMCA. Like, if the women were to take power there, I think it would be much better managed, but the guys have it powered. I'm sorry, I'm not like a feminist or anything like that. I'm just saying, I just think there's too much testosterone flying around over there. Too much, what do they call it? Estrogen. What's the opposite of estrogen? Is it testosterone? Yeah, so again, the guys, just too competitive. They shouldn't be in that position. In my opinion, they should not be in that position of being a manager over there. So, and I try to appeal it. I try to appeal it to the CEO, but the CEO didn't hear me on it. I mean, they're trying to be nice in their own way, but they don't believe in punishment, although they, quote, punished me because of the autism experience I had on the 19th. So I don't know, but the ladies are really nice. We're starting to have coffee together at early morning, so I have like a 2-hour session with them, and it's been nice. Yeah. In fact, it's one that I crossed off my bucket list, having coffee with the local. Remember me always talking about that? So over 2 years later, we finally fulfilled that on the bucket list. So, it is. So what do you think what about this method, this kind of like, where this inner sanctuary where people can join in the conversation and they can be, there's the outside of the wall, if you will, you know, and then you've got this internal communication through this thread. Right. Yeah. Oh, who's here? Oh, wait, so did someone else join in, guys? What? So it's just the 3 of us. Okay. So Pam, Tess. Yeah. Well, there again, you guys are going to have to help me with that. You're going to have, on this phone call, I'm sorry, go ahead. Right, but if I don't know who they are on Facebook, I can't add them anyway. So they would have to be on Facebook, which you know a lot of the trolls don't make it over to Facebook. They don't like Facebook. They stay on Periscope and they stay on YouTube. They don't come over as much. I've had some, and I've blocked them, but then I can't add them. Oh, I know. Yeah, right. Exactly. Yeah, I know. And I appreciate that. So Trudy, I don't know if you noticed or not, but Trudy's going to start a campaign. We're going to try to get have you guys heard of a Pendleton, or well, how do you pronounce that? You guys see that in the thread, the bike that you guys need to look at that, because we'll need to help spreading the word. So we're going to try to get that, because it allows me to have a class inside. So you can, it'll be pretty cool. You can actually race against people. Like if you're in a class together, I mean, you can be really competitive. And so it's very autism friendly, because I don't have to be in the public, but I can still mingle with the public. Does that make sense? So it actually has its own instructor and everything online. And you actually take classes. Did you guys know that? Oh, it's real time. It's real time. Right. So this is the future. That's the future. And that's what I'm trying to get all devices where they're online, because as you know, we're writing a book about living online, you know. So So this way I can be online. I don't have to go out in the cold. I don't have to travel. I don't have to lose anything. I don't have to go to the Y. You know, obviously I can't get a pool or anything like that, but anyway. So that's kind of what we're going to try to do. And plus, because the campaign's going to be just a set amount, it won't be like other ones. We might be able to reach a goal. I don't know if we will. I'm sure the trolls will try to stop us, but it's pretty straightforward. And from here, I'm going to start telling the story from the book of links. I'll start reading the book and then pulling up the links of the book, and the public won't see it. So this way, the trolls will be able to watch, but they can't get to the book. And therefore they can't get to the links. Therefore they can't give a thumbs down or a thumbs up, nothing. Because they don't have access to it. So it'll be a really cool adventure going forward. Anyway, I don't know if I'm making any sense. Okay. And yeah, and Pam, don't feel like you have to stay the whole time. So what this allows us to do is in the thread, people can come and get. It's kind of our conduit to get to know each other, you know. And some days it'll be scarce. Like for instance, I kicked Laura out of this thread because I haven't seen her lately. So only people that participate get added to a daily thread. So, and it does, as long as you have, yeah, it's been cool. And then maybe we'll have weekly threads and monthly threads that if you join any of the days, you can, and then we'll have the highlights for that month, like hikes and videos, and it'll be fun. It'll be fun. Well, don't put that kind of pressure on there. I mean, you're gonna miss. That's true. That is true. She got upset because I removed you from the lifeboat. But I understand. It's just tough. But anyway, I know. But anyway, so right now, today, I'm just trying to lose enough weight to get down to 180. So you've been following all this. Can you believe how much I've... And look at all that I had to eat because I kept hitting the wall. You know? So I'm like sweating big time now. And so I usually can lose about 4 pounds in sweat. Right now I'm at 185.6. So what I have to do is I have to lose enough weight. So, I mean, it's kind of like a balance. If I hit I have to lose enough weight before I hit the next wall. Because if I hit the wall, I have to drink and I have to eat to gain my strength. So I've got a very small window right now. Normally, you were following me, right, when I never ate before, until I was under 180. Were you following then, Pamela? Okay, so unfortunately when I lost the YMCA, it kind of went by the wayside. And I've been trying to hike. But then I get in that almost accident. So we made a decision that we buy this equipment from a local thing. So I woke up one morning, within 4 hours we had these two. This bench of weights and this elliptical. We did pay too much probably from the elliptical, but to me it was instant. And I mean, they said they paid $1,000, but you can, because it's an older model, you can actually go online right now and buy it for $5 something. And but that's without being put together either. So I bought. Exactly. Right. Oh my gosh, it was getting dangerous. And then I was losing things every day. I lost my stylish, which is about $20. I lost battery, but then we found all those things. It's like as if now we're on the right path. We found the e-pad, we found the stylus, we found the battery, we found my keys, we found all in one day after getting this stuff. So it's kind of like letting us know we're on the right path. So, but it's gonna be really hard to probably make my goal tonight. And then Trudy and I are gonna have a spread tonight, and that's what I'm kind of working towards. So right now it's 1921, so she'll be here at 2200, which is 10 o'clock. And So I'm hoping to get to my goal by that time. It'll be fun. I don't know. It's just... Now, normally, because I got behind and because I started eating so crazily, I mean, you guys should have seen. You should have seen. Wasn't I having a lot test food-wise? I know. I mean, I would, but I really have worked hard to at least keep it in range. Remember, I was pushing 270 last year at this time. I was 270 pounds. And now I'm between always 180 and 190. And sometimes I've even got to be 178, 179. So, yeah, pretty well, surprisingly. Right. So, and you've been around it long enough, you know what I say when I say time to prepare for the storm is before the storm, right? Pam? Okay. So one of those things in preparing for this, I got to make sure I get something other than that, because as you know, I can't be doing 5-6 hours on the elliptical. I'm going to have to do row machine. I'm going to have to do different things. You know, bike, stationary bed, whatever, you know. That's why we're going to try to get that Pendleton or whatever it's called. You guys have to help me with the pronunciation. Did you see that site? Tess, you need to look at that site. Really look over that site and tell me if you guys agree if that's the direction we should move into. Yeah. Now, what's really cool, if you guys eventually get them, we could be in the same class together. Wouldn't that be cool? Wouldn't that be awesome? Do you know how to... Pamela, do you know how to share? Do you know how to reshare the thread? Do you know how to share it and bring it down to the bottom? So we... Okay, found it. Reshare it to the same thread, Tess. So everybody's on the same page. Perfect. How do you pronounce it? Peloton. Peloton. Exercise bike with indoor cycling classes streamed live on demand. That's what we're looking at. The pedal. Now, there might be something better, but that's going to be the target. Now, part-wise is also we noticed that when I was going to Y, it was helping substantially with my storms. I wasn't having as many storms at all. I mean, Tess, you would vouch for that, right? So if I could have an exercise room where I'm just, what's that? Staying on that. Oh, I heard fireworks. That's what it was. Then I could. I don't have to worry about the world. And wait until I start having this board. Again, I'm going to be telling my story right from here. I'm going to share it on the screen. I'm going to read it to you guys, and I'm going to show you videos when I was being harassed up in Winthrop, Washington. And I'm going to show you so much stuff. You're going to be surprised. And everybody will be able to see it. And they won't be able to get to the links. So one video, I had someone trying to roll me over, like on a, they were trying to intimidate with me, a snow plow, or one that they groom trails. And I had it on video and I had public. And they had it taken down. So this is another reason for the Book of Links. The Book of Links allows it to only be read to people we trust. And we pass it on like a letter. It's really cool. And then you can only get to the links from there. Right, Tess? You've used the Book of Links, right? Yeah, and Tess just said, Lindsay, did you want to join the call? And this is also allow us to get to know each other on a daily basis. And I encourage you guys sometimes, possibly you guys get on your own elliptical at home. Or, you know, the important thing is, go ahead. Oh, you have a treadmill? Oh my gosh, and you're not using that, shame on you. See, we'll hold our own classes. I mean, time flies when you guys are talking to each other. Imagine on the elliptical, guys, right? Or on a treadmill for an hour talking to each other. Wouldn't that be a good use of our time? Exactly. And so now, I didn't get to tell you guys the latest. So Amazon now, so there's these 8 to 9 hours of just rain falling and all that stuff. So every night, we've been tracking our sleep with the Fitbit, and we've been trying out all these different wings and seeing how it affects our sleep patterns. So when we go to sleep, we set it to 9 hours of rainfall in the mountains or something. So, yeah, and lightning and thunder, and so the screen kind of lights up. I can't tell you, it really does improve the rest. So, it's exciting. I mean, it's really exciting. We've got some exciting things coming along. And then in the book of links, it will link to all these things so we can model each other's behaviors and help fuse us together to live online together as a community. It's really cool. And then he says, Becky, hey, can you join in the call? I think Tessa's just really enjoying this. Can't talk right now, sorry. She's probably still celebrating. New Year's. Remember, so right now it's 2,100 hours, so right now, soon, okay, so it's 11 o'clock in Michigan. Oh yeah, where are you? New York, wow. Yeah. So yeah, oh, okay, good. Well, see you guys, so it's like now the new year is chasing me, you know. I feel like I gotta pick up the speed because I've got to lose weight by the time, and people think, well, you're not really losing weight. Actually, I guarantee you, if you're 5 hours on this, you're losing something, not just water. Exactly, right. Right, exactly. And then I'm starting to lift a few weights. So Trudy keeps saying, man, are you going to be sore tomorrow? She's right. I'm probably going to be like in a body cast tomorrow. Yeah, I was thinking the most I could do is 11. There's no way I could do 11. I'll be lucky if I can do 6 or 7. I'll try to get a thumbs up here. Yeah, and always the comments, never use the thumbs up in the thread. Always like thumb up certain comments. Do you know that, Pam? Do you know how to do that? Like, yeah, explain this, Tess. Explain it to her. In the thread. Don't do it in the thread. The reason being because these days, sometimes we're sharing things and the days get easily mixed up. And so when you give a thumbs up in the thread, it rises to the top. Sometimes I want to rise it to the top, or I'll ask you guys to rise it to the top. But we don't want a lot of these threads rising to the top. Does that make sense? And it's only a matter of time until some trolls will get in there. But the nice thing is every day is separate. So even if trolls infiltrate us and get into our system, they'll be locked in for only that day. And then that day will tell the story about the troll that got in that also got kicked out. So, right on the comment itself, not in the thread. Like, do you see where it says Happy New Year by Becky, and then we have 2 thumbs up on the comment itself? So don't use the thumbs up. And if you accidentally do it, it's fine. It's just, I was having trouble with people in the past. I apologize. I have company over for New Year's. No problem. Good seeing you, Lindsay. And so give a thumbs up. Try to give a thumbs up to Lindsay there. We gave them both a thumbs up. Do you know how to do that, Pam? Try it, Pam. Go in the thread of today, 2017-12/31, and give a thumbs up. on the, don't end the thread, but see where, hold on the comment. Hold the comment to give whatever expression you want. Love, thumbs up, whatever you want. This is how we communicate from comment to comment. It'll take practice. So you hold on what she says, I apologize, I have company, hold on to the comment, and then all these emojis come up. So, good. Awesome, great work. Okay, so that's the way we communicate. Yeah, that's much better for us. So that's kind of like the Centerportian way, if you will. That's a preferred method. So, okay. And never feel like you guys have to, I want this to be a revolving door on these threads. You guys can come on in and out as you want. And just be looking, sometimes people want company, they want who knows what they want, you know? So when we're online like this, anyone can join in for the day for as long as they can, and we get to know each other. Every day is different. Well, that's what's so cool. Talk about a reality series that can participate in, you know? That's what's cool. Right. Right, and of course, what's that? Yeah, and then also what it'll do, it'll attract the good people in the platforms, leaving the trolls and the parasites probably out, because they won't want to expose themselves. Because once they get exposed, they'll get blocked from all the platforms. So they have to be trolling you. They can't tell. It's like they don't want to come into the light because the light will show who they are. So, and you know, it's too bad that I couldn't stream my storms anymore. That was working, I thought, really cool. But that's why we're always changing every season. Every season we change up. It's kind of cool. Yep. And we're still going to try to how to figure out how to fund reality. So Trudy's going to make a campaign. And that doesn't go for you guys, but on the outside, hopefully we'll find some interest. Some people that want to keep this environment going. Because I won't long term, if something happens and this breaks, you know, and I mean, you guys know how I depend on certain behaviors. And I have to keep doing the same thing every day. That's how I keep stable in my life. And I notice the more I work out, the less storms I have, the less episodes. So, and this way, the people that are cruel don't get the upper hand. They would have to kick us out of where we live, which we verified is not going to happen this year. So we're going to be here at least one more year. And that's how they got to us up in Winthrop. They wanted us off the hiking trail, even though it was national forests. But the Winthrop, the ski people wanted us off, and so they tried to intimidate me and I even had the police try to get the police to get me, and the police said, no, it's national forest, you can't, he's allowed to be there. They tried to, so they couldn't get to that, so they got to my landlord, and then after the fires, we were on our own. They didn't renew our lease, and all of a sudden we had to move 9 times in 2015 alone. So again, these people that, and then it just shows how cruel the world really is. But, and the whole episodes are us trying to struggle past it and, you know, try to make lemons out of lemonade the best we can. Yeah, well, we're doing so far, we're doing pretty good for this season already. We're already a couple weeks into the season. So we've only got about 10, 11 more weeks left. So we're always kind of racing in the season and seeing how much we can produce each season. So it'll be fun. I'm excited right now. Of course, I might not be when I get up tomorrow morning. I'm sore. Yeah, and I'm deaf. Yeah, you can tell that, can't you? I'm not throwing popcorn at people's faces right now, or did you see that episode? Oh gosh. And Tess still stands firm. Look at that. Oh, we can see that makes us stronger together. Go ahead. No, I just said that makes us stronger together. Going through those things together. And see, this is to me, this is the series you want to know about. I don't care having memorization on the CSI or, oh, remember that series. This is actually series that involve our lives. Remember the series of the tent. You know how many people tell me that that's when they first noticed us? Was the tent incident? That's how they found us, was because there was like 100 and some people online at one time at the tent incident. So a lot of people saw me first there and then stayed on board. And they've been watching us ever since. But one thing we're going to have to do is we're going to have to get more people, positive people on different platforms. Like for instance, YouTube, everything follows different routes. YouTube, the more thumbs up there are, the more thumbs up it goes public. If there's less thumbs up, it goes private. So that's why all these are getting privatized. Because it just shows how much negativity there is. Even when I'm up on the mountains, beautiful scenery, they'll just go on and create a bunch of accounts, or they'll have their friend, however they're doing it. You know, and they just think it's so funny. But to me, it's just helping me tell my story. Because I can, once I privatize it, it's just, and no one else can see it. I can still see the videos. And I can still tell the story. And I'll say, yeah, I remember this, and then people, can you believe people got 9 thumbs down for this? And here it was, it's just me up in the mountains. Anyway, I better pick up the speed. So, what's that? Exactly. But we're using that. We're using that. Have you guys seen the movie Cars 3? Cars 3. You guys need to get that. There's a great scene in the Cars 3 movie. It says, it's a Disney film. It says, use that. Every time someone's bad, it says, use that. I love those car movies. Those are some of my favorite films. Third is pretty good. Third kind of starts off. Well, it's in Redbox. It's in Redbox. So I really enjoy my coffee time over at the YMCA now too. That's been good. And I'm still trying to figure out, how do I get back to swimming? You know, because that would be a good break from this. Because I was doing 144 laps. 144 laps, that's 2 miles. 2 hours of swimming laps nonstop. Can you imagine that? What's that? Well, no, there's no pools except the YMCA is the closest. No, there's no other pools. There's an outdoor pool in Port Angeles, but that's the closest one. Well, it's outdoors for one thing. It's not going to work. Yeah. So I'm doing everything, guys, to finish up this hour. And this will make my 6th hour, but I knew I would be dragging. Imagine doing this for 5 hours, and now I'm on my 6th hour. Can you imagine? And, you know, I think in the campaign, you know how people, I was telling Trudy, I said, have you ever known where people like rock for, like they do a rocking chair and people sponsor them? I want to do like elliptical marathons, right? Like to raise money for my Peloton bike, you know, and we can keep upgrading. You think that's a good idea? Yeah, we'll need to do that. So, like, let's say they sponsor 10 cents for every mile, but then another person might do, you know, it keeps amounting. If you could get $1 sponsorship per calorie or something from an assortment of different people, I'd burn like 3,000 calories. We would make it in one day. You know? So sponsor a calorie, and then I upload it here. And then, again, I'm already prepared for all the people who says, oh, it's fake, he's really not doing it. You know, I've got video footage of it and everything else. Can you believe, Pamela, that the people are saying that Sandy Hook is fake? Or do you believe it was fake? You don't think it's fake, do you? Okay, and this thing that happened here today and killed one of the officers in Colorado, you don't think that's fake? See, people, I mean, if you think everything's fake, then you're like, what is real? It's just, the people are just, you have to be pretty twisted to believe some of this stuff, I think. I mean, again, what... Yeah. But did you know the guy, the one guy raised $80,000 to peddle fake news about Sandy Hook. They paid him $80,000 to peddle that. I mean, meaning that people sponsor it. They have, it's amazing what they fund online. And if you notice me in the summer, I was always angry that when the guy said I fed him the meal, and he goes up and holds his sign up and says, I'm hungry. So what I'm saying is it's sad that someone can hold up a sign and earn money for stuff, for drugs, but I can't earn money for all the effort I'm doing. You know what I'm saying? It's weird. No. So I'm going to try to turn that around. Every season we have a trial. And of course, some people online are trying to shut us down already, but we'll see how it works. Trudy's going to start a campaign about this. And maybe just, I don't know, just be there to support it and say, you can vouch for us and say how much we've been doing it, even offline, and that kind of stuff. I don't know. And because you know they're going to be detractors, so. Yeah. So unfortunately though, negative does win out a lot of times. So, but anyway, so I've got 40, 56, I got 20 more minutes. And then I have to, so I have a bag of clothes. So I've gone through like 3 or 4 outfits already today because I get drenched. And so then I go upstairs and then I pause this video, shut down YouTube, shut down whatever I'm on, whatever platform I'm broadcasting on, and I go upstairs, weigh myself. And also I like to be around the house more too, because it keeps theft down, people trying to steal from us and all that kind of stuff. Were you following that too when we had stuff stolen that summer? Trying to hire people and they were just stealing from us? Wow, that was crazy, wasn't it? Can you believe I paid those people so well and they stole from me? The trio thief? Unbelievable. So, I'm sorry? Wow. Well, thanks for staying in there even through getting beat up by me sometimes. It helps get to know each other more, though. We know, it's just, a lot of it's just me struggling and trying to learn as I go along, but I'm balancing out a little bit more now until the next, who knows what's going to happen. Yeah, true. So, I'm so nervous I'm not going to reach my goal, guys, tonight. I've got to lose 5.6 more pounds. I don't know if I can do it. Well, if I don't get to my goal, though, I've got to push to my goal. It's going to be so hard because after this elliptical, I don't know if I have another hour in me without drinking something and eating it. Once I drink, then all of a sudden I'm back up to, So, I'm inching down, but I'm going to have to get this squeak worked out. But this is fun. Oh yeah, it's squeaking big time. Yeah, well, Roger, you know Roger, right? You know Roger in this reality series? get to know the characters in the story. It's helpful. So Roger's going to come over here and help me lift weights. And yeah, and help me fix some of this stuff. Oh, and you remember the bathtub incident? So the bathtub's already breaking down, so the faucet needs to be repaired now again. Remember the bathtub thing? Remember me holding up a sign? God doesn't need a bathtub, but I do. All these churches, yeah, having great baptismal things, but they can't. Anyway, I was really upset about that. Oh gosh, guys, I don't know if I can make it. You guys need to do this for an hour, and just so you can sympathize with me what 6 hours is like. My chest is hurting so bad today. It feels like I feel like I'm pushing my heart too much today. I know, but I never I'm pretty extreme in whatever I do. I mean, again, I figure people, well, problem is it's a new year. I have to make the new year mean something to me, you know? So, to me, this is going to be, oh, remember the New Year's Eve that I was pushing and trying to get down my bull weight? Yeah. Who knows how the story ends? Okay, so 15 more minutes, and this is when I know 15 more minutes about, let's see. We'll keep one, even if I turn off, well, I'll post it, I'll have to get off the phone and I'll have to turn off YouTube. And then I'll pause the video up there, and I'll let you guys know what I weigh in at. You saw last time I weighed in at 185.6, right? And that's after drinking those 2 big water bottles. So I was almost at, if I didn't have all that stuff to food, I wouldn't be at 180. So, I think I've had 6 of those today. 6 of those water bottles. Yeah, 6 of them. 6 of them. Remember when I used to try to do this without any water? Well, I could never do this much with no water. I'd be dead. You'd be reading me not in the book of links, you'd be reading me in the obituary. No, I agree. I got too much to live for now. Things are going pretty well. Very thankful. I'm very thankful for this new. I really do want to get the Peloton or whatever it's called eventually. So maybe it'll take us one season, maybe it'll take us all season. Who knows how long it'll take us. But wouldn't that be cool to get that and see the progression of that? And then I can compete. So what you need to watch the video of that. You actually take the bicycle and you go up and it like shows which are you in line. You're like in the back. You can work hard to get at the top of the line. You know, so I could earn respect to the online community. That's a good point. That's a good question. Can you go to the website and, well, it's showing you wouldn't want to, it's showing them, it's not showing me. But I can broadcast it from these cameras. And I might be able to project it to the screen so you can see the instructor. I would have one camera on the screen, one camera on me, so you guys could jump. And so that's a new jump, right? You remember jumping in Periscope? Remember those days? Jump to the next page. That was fun. That's all history now, though. Now you're jumping from platform to platform. So it's kind of cool. It keeps the trolls wondering what the heck to do next, that's for sure. We keep them on their toes because we're on multiple platforms. They can't follow us everywhere. They certainly can't go on the future platform. That's what? Right, exactly. But I give those so the links will work in the future. That's why the book links. Okay, we've got, that's 48 minutes into it. Oh gosh, it's just, I knew I would have trouble. That's why I have you guys online. Actually, there was one time I got on here, I could only do 12 minutes. Yeah, 12 minutes I had. That's it, 12 minutes, because I had to get something to drink, and I was just about ready to die. I couldn't even do 15. I went on there to do a half hour to an hour, and I made it 12 minutes, and I had to quit. I think there's a picture of that in the thread. 11 minutes. What's that? I don't have a rowing machine. I just have a thing for weights. Yeah, and it doesn't work real well yet. I gotta get it fixed somewhere. So 11 more minutes, guys. I'll never forget who joined me on New Year's Eve. Pam, Tess, and Brian. And can you believe, you never met, so yeah, we can't believe that Ansel couldn't even make it a week, poor guy. And I paid him. I paid him and fed him, and he still, I think so. Yeah, his emotions got in the way, which he always tells me, don't be led by emotions. It's so funny. I don't think Ansel's going to the YMCA anymore anyway. I don't see him. Okay, 10 minutes, guys. 10 more minutes. And then I get to weigh in. I'm so close. Because I can usually lose about 4 pounds, but it gets harder the more you lose. You don't understand why. So, and I don't think I could do this for a whole other hour more, so I'm in trouble. I know, but people like me, I'm competitive with myself. I like this. Yeah. I like discipline. Oh, thank you. I like discipline. It does help. Oh, gosh. Remember when I used to not eat or anything, and I used to bribe the public for a coffee? I love those days. I miss those days. And back in those days, I could say, okay, I won't drink anything until I raise this much. I like those days. I'm sorry. It was fun. Yeah, Erica. Jeez. What a joke. These people are... I mean, really, do you really want to go down in history just being just a bad person that wants to drag people down? That's all you're... I mean, why be even on my scope? Why be on Periscope? Why troll me? If you don't like what I'm doing, just talk to someone else, sell your wares somewhere else. And I'm so thankful that I'm still able to, and look at Angela, what's her name? What was the person did you see the episode where they wanted their tables back? Wanted to, quote, re-gift? Oh gosh, what a nightmare that was. These people, they think they've blown open some great big conspiracy. Or like Lyle, the little chipmunk or whatever. Well, not only that, and so he trashes me, and then he tries to do the same thing that I'm doing. And what do I pay him? $50 or $100? Unbelievable. So those, yeah. Well, this, to me, this reality series is actually someone trying to move in a regular direction. I'm really trying as hard as I can. I don't know how I can push any harder. That's the reality of this. I'm still trying to get through my PTSD and my autism and try to write a book and, you know, trying to keep my weight off. I mean, it's reality. You can't get more real than this. It might be boring, but it's definitely real. Oh, I don't know. She might. Oh, maybe that was part of the yeah, that's very weird. Okay, guys, 6 more minutes. And I'll upload this picture. And then weigh in. And then I'll have to decide. Then I'll probably have to struggle figuring out how the heck I'm going to go the last hour. Because it's going to take at least an hour or more probably. It depends on where I weigh in at. And I just don't think I got it in me. Man, I want to make 180. Can you imagine how good I'll feel if I make 180? You know I would have worked hard for that. I started off at 192.6 today. 192.6. So that would be 12 pounds. Now obviously I didn't lose, it's not in fat, but I'm telling you, but it's still, it's a neat goal. Again, I'm sure a lot of people would do a lot of things if they could lose 12 pounds in a day. Yeah, 12 pounds in one day, even if most of it was water. Well, oh, have you? Well, I'm sorry I haven't been there as much as I should be. Yeah. Well, and that's what's nice by doing. Well, thank you. Well, and that's the thing, even if we're just inspiration for people, that's value right there, right? I need to show some videos of a year ago. Oh, you need to be added to some of the 2013 videos, or 2016. Remember those? Remember how I started off the year last time, guys? With the man in the street holding up a street sign? And then I was appealing to God's people. I was coming off that prednisone. I was emotional basket case. Do you remember seeing those on YouTube? Man, I look like, who's that guy that played Santa Claus? I look like, yeah. And how mean they were on me on my first day of Periscope. And how mean they were the first day on Periscope. I'm so glad we don't have to rely on Periscope anymore. We sure did get some good people from Periscope though, don't you think? Yeah. And the people that counted did come over. But look at all the guys that said, look at the guys. You remember that one guy that had a beard that said he was always going to be there and he never showed up? Remember the guy? What was his name? What was his handle? John, I think. Yeah, John. It's so sad these people cannot keep their friggin' word. And then you got a bunch of women, you know, that stay course and show up the men. That's pretty pathetic. I'm sorry. I'm embarrassed to call myself a man. I mean, it's really ridiculous. Men don't know how to be there for other men. It's sick. No wonder our society's falling apart. And then the men that are in there, they're doing drugs or whatever else. It's terrible. 2 more minutes, guys. I'm really slacking. So that's 4,641 more steps. Yeah, I'll be breaking 30,000, I think, today. Yeah, I like to be extreme. I like it. And, you know, because, you know, it's kind of like that song, Can't Touch This. You know, it's like these bad people. Yeah. You know what? While you're in your beanbag eating Cheetos, I'm friggin' 10 pounds fitter. You know? They're sitting there, they can't even probably get up from one computer to the other, and they're ridiculing me. Really? Hopefully they'll get motivated, and the little chipmunk will be on elliptical soon. He could learn a few things from me. Yeah. So 1 more minute, guys. 1 more minute, and I'll tell you. It's neat to have you guys in the thread. I'm just waiting for the shoe to drop, because I know they're going to figure out a way to penetrate this. They always do. And I think they think it's a game. I don't think it's very funny, but it's just what we have to put up with. Hopefully, though, before they shut us down, hopefully we'll be able to find more good people to join our cause. You know, that's what I hope. Anyway, here we go. Another hour. 6 hours on the elliptical. 6 hours, guys. 6 hours on the elliptical. Now, I'm sorry, but I think, you know, if you're going to sponsor, buy cookies from someone, I think they should sponsor my project here and give me what would be 1 cent for every calorie burned. Here we go. Yeah, I'll upload that. Okay, so we're off YouTube. So 6 hour on elliptical. Thank you for joining us. Bye-bye.